Question of the week.
Was not worth the time
I
and
just
effort.
lost mine. Give me one moment, I'm so sorry. I hit the wrong button. Where the heck is it? Found it.
Good answer. Good answer. Cool, pick someone.
That being said, Rosemary, please go ahead.
Okay, I don't actually have the soundboard in here, but it would be just the single E note that is at the start of Black Parade. Is
That's a
the
G.
ding G? Is it G? I thought it was E. I don't know music
It's
notes.
G.
Anyway, yeah, it would just be that, just ding.
You're right, I like the
um,
haircut.
yeah, looking good, Era.
I go back to my
Era's
default
next.
chair known as brick.
Boy's bricked up. You go.
Hmm?
Huh?
Who's going?
Who's like,
Era.
Oh. I've never really looked at the soundboard stuff. Southern Planet Windseeker. Let's do that one.
Cool. Pick someone.
Cassian.
The Goku. The Goku.
Damn, my voice, my mind really went to Juice, but he's not here.
He
Arcais.
just hopped in.
Oh, he is, but he's muted. But
Yeah,
I guess he still
that
can't
one.
answer. Arcais.
I thought it'd be a little louder.
Right now. Right now. Yeah.
And then last but not least, Gwenda.
The first three notes of a Thievery if I had a heart from the Viking theme song. There you go.
Viking theme song.
The show, The Viking.
We all know that. Oh,
Oh,
I get it now. History Channel.
gotcha. Cool. All right, gang. Any questions, comments, concerns before we get started?
I
I
love
kind
you
of love
guys.
Love you too, Dasha. I find it really funny that we have a sound themed question of the week, and the person who is in here is the bard. I just think that's a little funny. This coincidence wise.
Not all bars have to be musical,
Juice,
man.
drop in the what your soundboard would be for Cedric. If you can.
I don't think you can. Cool. We're gonna get started, y'all. Session 35.
Let's go.
We begin session today with you guys in the hot exterior of Segoria. Pitted here in Valar's Rest, you've managed to make your way into the city. You've spent some time resting and plotting your next moves. Oh, the threads are all fucked up. I don't know why. It's annoying. You guys staying at the Ashen Lantern here within the Crimson Path district of Valar's Rest. You met with a one Joffrin Rylan, a nobleman with ties to Cassian's past. Alongside his attendant and close friend, Simon Hostward, you all learned that your goal of getting into the Firelands is much easier said than done. And without using illicit methods, the only real method before you is the Proving Grounds, a signed, sealed, and delivered endorsement from Joffrin Rylan himself, or an endorsement from the Council of Elders. Wanting to make it on your own way, using your own 2 feet, you decide to enter the Proving Grounds. Now, is there anything anyone wants to do as we begin our session before we jump to us prepping at the Proving Grounds? One of you will fight 3 of the 6 Elder Champions to obtain a Firewatch charter. Is there anything anyone wants to do?
I have a question. Eric can go first.
Last session I got everybody gifts, and Dasha and Gwenda were the only ones not here, so they don't know what they got. so Gwenda, Kay got you like a fur scarf-like thing from a creature of the Firelands. So like this would be like a souvenir from the Firelands when you go home. And it would have been a creature that its fur was a bit like ashen gray, so it kind of like matches your Goliath skin tone. And Marjorie, I would have gone her what looks like a barbarian version of a barbarian Fireland version of a violin bow. Which the hair of the bow would have been like, instead of it being like that silver that like most violins have, it would be like a black. So kind of like
Ooh,
very clearly looks like a unique bow, and maybe like the
thank
ends of the
you.
bow look like little jaws.
Thanks.
I have more description for Gwenda, but I don't want to take too much time for this. That's it.
Cool. Anything anyone else wants to do as we begin our session here before we make our way to the proving grounds? Yes, Marjorie.
Question about the proving grounds. Like, can you take in any items with you? Like, is it your gear okay, or is it like their gear you have to wear?
So it's essentially it's your gear, but like magical abilities are frowned upon. Valar was the one that created the city. He was known legendarily as a warrior of might and valor. So the proving grounds are essentially a ritual combat giving blessing to the founder of this city. It favors strength and superiority with a blade. It is not something that a magic caster can do. So it is just your physical capabilities of strength, dexterity, and constitution.
So, would items be bad? The reason I ask is because for whoever's going in, I could, in theory, give them a magical item that could do damage if they needed to do
Damage
damage.
isn't going to be mattered. It's going to be run like a skill check challenge. So it's essentially going to be a form of
Gotcha.
rock, paper, scissors, a duel.
Got you.
The only thing,
That's all. Thank
the
you.
only thing that might be able to help without breaking the rules is probably Bardic Inspiration, because it's not really magical. It's like, do good, buddy.
Alas, the bard ain't here.
Just before we decide on, like, before we like get started, I'm sure Cassian is the best bet mechanically, but just to make sure. What are the three skills that are being used?
Strength, dex, and con. Strength
Right.
beats dex. It's a rock, paper, scissors. Strength beats dex, dex beats con, and con beats strength.
But if
But
you
you
get
still
the right combo of like I chose strength, you chose dex, mine beats yours, I get to add proficiency to it. I believe that's what you said
Mhm.
last week.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Other than that, it's just a roll off. So let's say if someone does strength, let's say someone does con and someone does strength, right? Then the person that did con is going to add their proficiency bonus to their roll. It's just their modifier. So a d20 plus their modifier, right? If you tie, no one adds their modifier. It's just a straight roll off.
I think
Well,
even in the numbers essentially by 1 or 2, Cassian has the highest strength and highest con, and his strength is higher than Arceus and mine's dex, so he has the best chance of winning this from like roll perspective.
I'm gonna decide because if my stats are pretty good, but for this at least, I have a 19 strength, so +4, and then I have a 16 con, +3. If I use my hybrid form, my modifier for each goes up by 1. But I'm also like, do I want to do that in a city, in public?
I mean, I just got you a
I
helmet that
don't
can hide your
know.
got you a helmet that can hide your wolf face.
It's a
But-
full
but-
body thing, brother.
True,
But
true.
yeah,
And plus, now we know your story villain is going to be watching this
honestly,
fight. So it depends if you want him to
we
know
don't
you.
know that, but that is my fair assumption. I'll see how I feel in a moment.
okay. So that brings us back to Arc. Is Cassian the one going to it, or what? What are we doing?
Yeah,
Does
I
anyone
have
else
a 19
want to?
index, but I have a 14 in con. So the stat layout is better for Cassian.
Cool. All right. You guys go to the proving grounds this morning. Put your names. They tell you that there's going to be a bout this evening. If successful, you will go ahead and receive a Firewatch charter, allowing you safe passage one way in and one way back from Valar's Rest into the Firelands of Sigoria. Now, the way this will work is there are 3 bouts. You must be successful in all 3 in order to achieve a charter. There are 6 champions. Only 3 of them will be fighting. You will get to know the specialization of the 3 champions and which 3 you're fighting before you enter the arena. So, I'm going to need either one person to roll 3d6 or re-rolling the same number if it should appear, or 3 different people to roll 1d6.
Dasha looks like once she wants to roll something.
My hand, it slipped. A d6 has been rolled. 5.
5. 1. And one more d6.
Can I do it?
Fluid era.
I rolled 3.
3. Okay.
Odds.
So, here are the champions that you're fighting. On a 5, Zaziri the Titanborn. Their specialization is strength.
Hang on. How do you spell that?
Jorak Zaziri. Zezira. Jorak the Unshaken. The Indomitable Titan. And then Rasha the Crimson Fang. Jorak is Constitution, Rasha is Strength, and Zaziri is also Strength.
Zaziri and Rasha are strength.
Mm-hmm. And
What's the
Jorak is
third?
Con.
Which one was
Jorak.
for me? This
Jorak.
is number 5. I want to know how bad I messed up.
5 was Zaziri the Titanborn.
And Jorak is
Okay.
on, you said?
Is Con.
What beats strength again?
Con beats Strength.
Okay.
Decent lineup.
Okay. You guys.
Good.
Go ahead.
2 things before I even set foot to an arena. I want to clear. Well, I want to know if Geoffrey is here, because I said, "Hey, if you want to see how your sister fights, she trained me. Maybe you'd be interested in seeing."
Mhm.
So if he's here, great. If not, no big deal either. But curious.
For sure. And what else?
I want to. Is there like a ref, a judge? Are people around to like verify, like, oh, it's a clean fight? Yeah, good.
It's
I
kind of
want-
more like
yeah.
it's more like, hey, this person can't go on. We're calling the fight. There are
Okay.
deaths that happen here,
Yeah.
but it's in the hands of the city to be like, okay, that's enough. Like, stop the fight. Call it.
Okay. I want to approach them before anything
For sure.
and fully just say, I wanted to get this cleared before I simply just did it. I want to respect your customs. I do have an ability that bolsters my strength and my resilience. I want to ensure such things are above board. I don't want to do anything that may seem underhanded.
You see the man, he's a hobgoblin. He's dressed in a nice cotton shirt. It's very thin, shorter sleeves that are rolled up. He goes, right, well, I respect the mentality behind it. I guess the only question I have back is it a magical ability or is it one of your own?
It is. I have not always had this ability. It was gifted. I don't know if I could say that it's magic specifically. If you would like, I can show you.
Of course, by all means.
And is this like out on the full, like on the sand or beforehand?
This is like under, like in the kind of pews, like underneath the entrance where the gladiators would come out. You're in like a staging area.
Okay.
The rest of your party has made their way to the audience as
We're in the
maybe an
ball of the
hour.
baseball field.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe like an hour before the first fight is set to go away. There's a lot of rigmarole that has to go through and yada yada yada. And it's just you by yourself. You're the only challenger today.
And then there's this hobgoblin, and then how many others?
A couple of other attendees, like people that are like, you see there's a lot of working happening here. People are grabbing drinks, they're going up from here up to the stands. There's some people that are making bets, which I will get into in a second. They're kind of bookies going around, like writing piece of paper down. This is a place of work. They don't give you like a little like suite to stay in. It's like, hey, this is where you're gonna be. This is where the entrance is. Just stay here until we announce you. So there's like maybe like I would say a revolving door of no more than 6 to 7 people max.
Yeah, and I'll start to kind of trigger that hybrid transformation, even just like down one arm and just like that, but all over.
By all means.
I simply wanted to get things cleared before rather than after.
I want to see the whole thing before I give my say so, if that's all right. Just want to make sure everything's above board.
And I guess Cassian will unzip his flesh suit and show.
Gross, dude.
I don't like that.
Gross. You
and do a
transform,
full-
and the strange thing is he doesn't seem shocked or surprised or perturbed. He's like, nice. I think that'll be all right. But just for a practical sake. Takes out an amulet, and he goes, looks kind of past from where you're standing, a little dugout, like into the area where the sand is, where the actual arena is. It should be good to go. Flicks it a little bit, and then you feel this aura, this thum exude from the crystal that he's holding. It's almost like a brooch, a small azure crystal placed in that's locked with a gold lacing that holds the crystal in place. And you feel the greatsword, the flame tongue greatsword, diminishes slightly. You feel its weight get lighter. But the werewolf form stays. Seems to pass the test. Now, if you're going to go in like that, you need a name. I mean, all of the champions have one. You gotta have a name. I can't just call you Cassian. That's not really something for the audience to grip to, if you understand my meaning. I'll let you think on it. Let me go take a look at everything else here, and you got about an hour before showtime. So come up with some inspiration.
How long do I have?
As long as it takes for the rest of the party to answer this question. Hey, gang, this is a big event. You know, it's not as big as it would normally be, considering like the GOAT of this proving ground of the elders isn't fighting, having not rolled for Rochefort. But there's still a wide crowd of people. You know, there's still a lot of people that are like, oh shit, there's another challenger. Let's go, let's go, let's go. There's a lot of gold exchanging hands here. And this is the first time you see in the proving in Valor's Rest, really, that gold is being exchanged. Most of it, as you can tell from their economy, is a trade and barter system, but it does need an actual currency to suffice and kind of continue on. There's a lot of coins being changed here. Do any of you have any bets you want to make? Bets are 1-to-1. So what you bet win or lose for each bout. You lock in your bets before the fight starts. You get one change of bet. So you can either make one bet, 3 bets, 2 bets, or 0 bets. And you lock in, and then you get one change at any time during the fights. For all 3 bets, you get one change. Not one each. One change max.
Hey, Cassian,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
need to
I
win
have a question.
all 3.
Cassian needs to win all 3.
Can I bet 100 gold on Cassian to win each
Yeah,
battle? So
That's
300.
exactly what I was gonna do, word for word.
300 GP total.
Yeah,
I
300
have a
total.
question.
Mhm.
I'm kind of stupid when it comes to betting. I've never done it. So let's say I put like 5 gold in. If Cassian loses, do I just lose 5 gold, or do I somehow lose 500
You
gold?
lose 5 gold.
If that was how it
Perfect.
worked, no one would gamble.
I don't know how
I still
gambling
do.
works.
If only we
Second
had a soundboard
question.
cue that said "Let's go gambling."
Let's go gambling.
Can I do 100 gold on Cassian each round?
So 300 GP from you.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Let's
becoming a whole
go.
cycle of how much money Cassian can make.
Hey
us.
y'all, I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it.
I would like to bet 110 gold every round.
He's a
Damn,
believer.
I guess you just like him more.
No, I have 330 gold right now, so that's the most I can do.
Oh, per round?
I'm betting 110 per round, so it hits my max amount of gold, which is 330.
So 330 GP Arceus. These are all for all 3 wins, right? So they're separated by round. Okay. Anyone else gambling?
Oh, so you can
Who's
like
hitting
win
the
one
parlay?
and lose
I have-
one, or win
You
two.
can win one and
Oh.
lose another. Yeah. If you win 2 and then Cassian lose all 3, you don't get the charter, but you get gold. So that's why this kind of there's always a way
How would
to
it
win
work?
something here.
How would it work if a bet was I'm not betting on rounds, I'm betting he wins all 3? What's the return on
what's
that
the
parlay?
odds? Yeah, give me odds.
I'll say you have to win all 3. I'll put 1-to-2 ratios. So you won't get your bet back, you'll double it.
Yeah.
So if you bet 300, you'll not just get
You can
300
make-
back,
you
you'll
can
get
make-
600 back. So you'll
Not
get
including
300 in
including
return.
300.
So if you put 300 down, at the end of the day, you'll walk away with 900 because 600 plus your 3, you'll walk away with
Yeah.
9.
I'll
Those
bet.
are 1-to-2.
Well, that's the
I'll bet
same.
100.
That's
I'll
the
bet
same amount of
100
money if he wins all 3 and we bet individually.
If you win all 3, you're walking away with like if he wins all 3 with your bet, you're walking away with 660.
Oh yeah.
If you bet
yeah.
all 3, it doesn't matter. You're walking away with 990. Do you see what I'm
I'm
saying?
gonna do that then.
Okay.
I'm gonna bet 100 on each round, so 300 total.
I'm betting 330 for all for him to go all the way.
A lot of faith there. We got you,
A
Cassian.
lot of faith.
Well, listen, I lost
Alright.
$3,000 in 3 seconds. To like
There
2
couldn't
seconds.
have been a Dex fighter in there that I could just pick up and throw.
I was not forced. There's 6 rolls, and there's 2 of each specialization.
Yeah,
2
yeah.
strength, 2 con, 2 dex.
We got a
Cool.
1, a 3, and a 5, didn't we?
1 to 3 and a 5. Jorak. It goes Jorak, Kalis, Rasha, Malric, Zaziri, and Rochefort in that order.
Hey, but you
gotta-
Rochefort was the problem.
Yeah,
Rochefort
plus
was
3
number
con.
6. Cool.
Hmm.
All right. As you 5. Yes, Marjorie.
On a scale of 1 to 20, how effed is Cassian?
It's just up to rolls, man.
Okay.
Use that con, baby girl.
Okay. You 4 go, or 5 including Cedric. No, 6 including Cedric. Sorry. I can't count numbers. You guys make your way to the audience, and you're just looking around for a place to sit, and then you hear a, hey. You turn and you see the same nobleman that you entreated with days prior, Joffrin Ryland, and sitting next to him with all of his guards, all of Joffrin's guards, is a man dressed in not black armor. He's just in a small, like gray linen shirt. He has a short sword on his left, and he's sitting there. He's the first time you've seen him not in armor. But you do see Siegfried. You see a massive scar down the side of his face. The aging on the corners of his lips almost look like smile lines, and then a mass of wrinkles on his forehead. Definitely an aged man, but not a non-able-bodied man. What are you 6 doing?
He goes hey to us.
Mhm.
I'll just greet him back.
Joffrey.
Yeah, I'll greet him back and I'll wait back on him.
He kind of motions for you to and gestures next to him to where there are seats left.
Do I think Arceus has been spotted by the big man? Yeah.
Yes, that was expressed. Yes.
Okay. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, we go over. I mean, we're can fucking ignore him.
All right.
Yeah, we're gonna sit down with him.
You guys make your way on over. There are a couple of like exchanges of pleasantries, and then you six sit down. And similarly, there's more grapes, wine, the same whole rigmarole that Joffrin went through days prior when you first met him. He does the same thing. And eventually, after refreshments are served, he goes, I was surprised to hear that you knew of my friend Lord Magnaris here. He told me that you all crossed paths once or twice.
He's looking at Siegfried, I'm assuming.
Siegfried is looking forward, just kind of like leaning back in his chair.
But he's
Just-
he's like talking about Siegfried.
And Joffrin is like, so it goes Joffrin, Siegfried, y'all.
Simon up there?
Simon is not up there.
Maybe once or twice. He's kind of looking at him like, I don't quite recognize you, but maybe been around.
He said that, well, Siegfried, you can say it. I don't want to speak for you, of course, friend. No, that's fine. Yes, I met them in Fort Yarath. One of them challenged me to a duel, if you can believe it. That takes gumption. Well, I'm glad that we're all friends. And he gives a glance back to Siegfried and then to you all. You guys can give me insight checks.
I was about to say.
I'm great at
I'm
those.
great at those. No way over. That's pretty good.
10.
Somebody please.
20. 20.
There we go.
Gwenda,
Save it.
That's-
Gwenda, there's an air of diplomacy around this young man's words. It wasn't the comfortability that you all noticed the days before. He's like, oh, like friends of like my sister. Okay, good to know. There's a diplomacy involved. He's not talking to you the same way that he was with the same tone or the same, not confidence isn't the right word, but conviction in his words. He was meeting you on even ground. Now it sounds like you're talking to a noble who's trying to walk on eggshells. On a 20, Gwenda, you're getting a sense of wariness from Joffrin.
Interesting.
He doesn't trust us anymore.
Or
I
it's
hope that,
oh, you're friends. I hope you're friends. Please be friends.
Your friends.
Oh,
right?
I hope
Yes,
that
no. Doesn't go with that.
Cassian can prevail in the proving grounds today.
I have
Yeah,
no doubt.
Yes, he said he fought like the late Elizabeth, didn't he? That's what he told me. I would like to see that as well.
Arceus says in his head.
Well. Huh?
I said Arceus says in his head.
What did you say?
I said what a cunt. Arceus says in his head.
Unhand Cecil. All right. Your bets have been placed. Remove those gold pieces from your inventory now.
Zero
I
gold.
have
already done that.
Zero gold.
All right, and then give me the breakdown of what beats what.
Yes, strength beats dex. Dex beats con. Con beats strength. So if you're looking at your ability scores, it's in that
Got it.
order. Strength,
got it.
dex, con. Con, strength, dex, so on and so forth.
Got it.
Okay.
Well, at least there's only one con fighter.
Yes, there's one con fighter and 2 strength.
But that doesn't
Cassian,
necessarily mean that's
you-
what they're gonna pick, because it's their choice.
Doesn't necessarily mean what they're going to pick. That
Yeah.
just means that's what their highest stat is in.
Correct.
All right.
Thank
Cassian,
you.
what is your name that you're being announced by?
This is a little throwback and a little memento for our Miss Viking in here. Let's see if I can pull it up. A Norse name meaning hateful, and also the name of a wolf that chases the moon in Norse mythology. Hati, Hati.
Hati.
Hatin Skol.
You
Hatin
see
Skol.
this hobgoblin steps up and he works the crowd. You guys are like, despite your unique proximity to this individual, you definitely don't trust and definitely don't understand all the ramifications of him being here alongside this young man. You can't help but get sucked into the energy that fulfills the entire arena. This hobgoblin, he bellows out using some form of magic, a thaumaturgy or something small of that nature to enhance his voice loudly. Everyone is cheering. People are clapping. You see that even Siegfried and Joffrin are like, they put their hands together. And then eventually Cassian is not the first to enter. The first one is Jorak, the Unshaken. This towering orc warden, clad in this blackened plated armor with a colossal iron tower shield. He has a what looks to be, one of those Japanese clubs, the spiked clubs. The I don't know what's called, but like the mboko or something like that.
It's like a tanabo.
Yeah, this massive club with small metal ridges that have been filed down all around the circulature of that bat.
Yeah,
He holds it and he stands in this very strong assurance stance. He puts the tower shield down into the dirt, raises the club, and people scream. They're screaming his name, the Unshaken, over and over again. And then Cassian, you come out, and at first they're like, oh, when they see the wolf.
Yeah, I don't think he drops his form a single
sure.
time if he can help it.
For sure. Cassian, you step forward, and the fight is about to commence. I'm going to run this in one of two ways. Either, and y'all tell me whichever way you're more comfortable with. Either I will pick, I'll lock that in, and then when Cassian declares his, I'll declare what I locked in. Or I can message one of y'all what it is. I will go off the fate that you will not message Cassian what it is, and we'll go off that.
You could also just type privately.
Or,
Second one.
oh, I couldn't I?
You can.
You can
That's a
spoiler
good
it in
point.
chat.
Let me test that.
Yeah.
Can I see
I
that?
am just saying.
Nope. Test.
But no, I typed out test. So it's
Yeah.
only roles that allow me to do it.
You should
I
go to
can't
private
type
GM,
privately.
no?
That's a role,
That's a
not a
role.
text though.
Oh.
Yeah.
But put it in a language that no one knows. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know.
That's
I don't
gonna
know what
work
languages
out.
everybody knows.
We'll be
Yeah,
figuring this
exactly.
out.
Put in like
Language will
Dwarvish.
say.
Who picked Dwarvish?
Me.
Only to be is a language Cassian doesn't know.
I don't know.
I don't.
Can,
I
tell,
don't
can
know.
y'all tell what that is?
No.
No,
Nope.
not close.
Hieroglyphics.
Cool. All right.
There you go.
Is there a way you can
Cassian.
reveal
I'm
it to us?
just
though?
saying.
No, it just has it there. I can't reveal. I don't think there's a way for me to reveal things, unfortunately.
We trust ya.
You can
Yeah,
also
and
Even-
honestly, it's
You can also put it in Discord chat, but mark it as a spoiler.
I mean that doesn't
Yeah.
really. It's fine.
Cool.
I'm
All
just
right.
putting
Easiest for
it
you.
out there that we asked
Jor takes a stand.
Why
I
not
do need you to roll. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I just want to say, I'm going to say that Marjorie has bullied probably Rose or Kakoatai to make a banner for Cassian. So he has a little sign.
Up in the penthouse
What?
box, that's where they got the banner.
A banner. A
Oh,
banner saying
sorry.
what? What does? What is the banner?
Go,
Yay,
Cass.
go! Yay, go!
I have already locked in what his three choices will be.
It's
Before
it's
the
got our
fighting
new
started.
logo on it.
Oh, you locked. It's one roll against each person.
No. He has three rolls. You have to win best out of
Oh,
three.
got
So you need
it,
to
got
win
it.
three times.
I thought it was
right?
just cool. You get one shot to beat a guy. Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
3 times you got to win. Okay.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors. More like
It's
kangaroo
basically a rock paper scissors.
It's
Yeah.
probably just for to make your odds
Ah.
better, and you still need to roll a dice.
Oops.
So you can
Excellent.
lose the rock paper scissors and still win.
Cool. Cassian, he has locked in his first one. He takes this stance. I do need you to roll initiative to see which of you goes first in the rolling.
Well, it's just.
Actually, no, I don't even need to roll initiative for this system. I'm lying because it's just they're simultaneous. Fuck it. Cool. Cassian, declare your first ability score.
This is Zaziri.
This is Jorak.
Jorak.
He is Khan. He is Khan.
Okay. I'm gonna do. For number 1, let's start with Khan.
Khan.
I currently
He is also
have a
doing Khan?
plus- I have a +4.
Is also doing Khan, so this is just a roll off. You need to
Putting
be
my
an 18.
shit. Then Khan +4. Get a 14 on the die. 4.
If it's a tie, then it's a reset.
Natural 1.
At 1. You lose 1.
Ooh.
All right. Second one. Make your pick.
Khan.
Khan. He is also doing Khan. So it is a flat roll. Just a contested roll. You need to beat 15.
Hey.
17.
Beat it. Third round. Make your pick.
Khan.
He's doing strength. So that means you win out. You get to add your proficiency bonus to it. Ooh, you gotta beat a 12. 10.
Are you serious? This is an ability
All right.
check.
It's just your stats.
So we don't get the fire.
So we're dead in the water already.
No, not yet. Not yet. You have to win 3.
Oh.
You have to get 3. Not best 2 out of 3. You have to get 3. So he's 2-1. You have to. If he wins the next merge,
he wins. It's first 2-3. I thought it was best of
first
3.
2 3. No, sorry. I think I said that, but I'm wrong.
Okay.
All right. Let me
Reverse sweep.
do his next 3. Cool. Make your decision.
Khan.
Khan, he's doing strength again, so you get to add your proficiency. You have to beat a 9.
Okay. 14.
Beat it. You are tied. Next one wins. Make your decision.
Khan.
He's
I
also
think
doing
he's
Khan.
gonna.
This is a
He's gonna
flat
try.
roll.
I think he's like full like respect. I'm gonna beat you at the same way you fight, if I
Cool.
can.
You need to beat a 9.
Let's
God,
go!
Cassian wins the
Win
first
me
one.
money!
Cassian, it is a close fight. You step forward. This man is a bulwark. You're coming with the great sword. He brings the tower shield up just enough to block it. Very much like Heathcliff, bring the shield just enough with efficiency to block the strike, pushing you back as you overextend, trying to put all your momentum in one strike to push him off balance. He's able to lock it with the shield and then use your momentum to push you forward, hitting you with the club in the stomach, getting the first point. You steady yourself, swinging the greatsword with one hand, a technique that most aren't used to seeing. It's able to clock him, hitting him in his breastplate as he stumbles backwards. You both charge at each other again. The baton comes down with this force. You bring the greatsword up with both hands, holding it down. You can feel the weight under you. But you're able to push it back, and just in this battle of attrition, you're able to push it back until eventually your blades lock once more. You grab the wrist, and very much using his weight against himself, you engage in this battle of force. See which one of you will tire out, this battle of stamina, until eventually you win out. He's swinging wildly. The weapon, the weight is off now. He's swinging it, he's missing. You're able to dodge and sidestep these moves until eventually you're able to parry one of the attacks and bring the blade up to his neck. With a small, kind of sour grin, he puts his hands up, drops the shield in the dirt, puts the blade down, and raises his hand to concede. That's the first round. Those of you, so everyone except Ark, you can put 200 gold pieces in your inventory if you've already removed 300. So you can put 200 back in your inventory.
Let's go.
That's Gwenda, Rose, and Kay.
Hey, AJ.
Yeah.
You know how like the British, whenever they watch a soccer game, they have those fun cheers. I don't know any off the top of my head, but I want to try and start like a stadium cheer for Cassian.
Vuvuzelas.
What
The
are we- what are we
vuvuzelas.
thinking?
Sure, I know what that means.
What do we think of
All
Tottenham?
Give me a charisma saving throw.
No.
Me?
No, Marjorie.
Oh, thank God.
Oh,
Marjorie, you're next to me, right?
okay. Yeah,
I'll just
sure.
+4.
Okay, so whatever this is, +4.
Actually, minus 3
13.
because you are also within aura of Siegfried. So minus 3 to that.
I got a 9.
So
Plus.
So
10 total.
Yeah.
10 total. You're like, woo, you try to start this cheer, and people at first, like the nearby, are like, oh, let's start it. And then it doesn't exude past that, so it slowly dies down, and people are like, we tried.
You
There's
really
like,
tried
nah,
to
we
start a
tried.
wave
Effort.
and no one else
Try,
did.
yeah, no
Heroic
one else passed the
inspiration.
section.
He needs another win first. We're trying to get him when there's another win.
Heroic
Fucking-
inspiration, I don't care.
Humans.
23.
23.
She tries again.
So let me see. You
Plus
rolled a
1,
19 on
plus
die,
1.
so 20. So 20. You're like, nah, fuck that, guys. We can do this. Hey! And then the entire section
Wait.
of your area.
No, because I get the +4 from K, the -3, so it would be a +1, so it'd be 23, because I get a +3 from my being with it.
That's right. Plus your
Sorcerer,
regular
warlock, whatever.
modifier. Regular modifier. That's right. So it's just because his -3 cancels your +3 out anyway. So that
Right,
means
plus-
that you're getting a +4 to it.
So it's 23.
23.
Perfect. I mean, same outcome. You know, you're cheering. The whole section in the crowd is, cheering and kind of fighting on for Cassian. And after the first bout, Cassian is, he's sweating, has a bit moment to take some water, give himself a break, a reprieve as he goes back into the small little dugout away from view. And there's a kind of intermediary moment between bouts. You see there's a couple of clappings there. Anything any of you wants to do with Joffrin and Siegfried in these maybe 20, 30 minutes as Cassian catches his breath.
It was Joffrin who was the noble or Siegfried who was the noble?
Joffrin is the noble, but Siegfried is also a noble. Joffrin
Joffrin
referred to
is
him as
friend.
Lord
Yeah.
Joffrin
Magnaris.
is
Okay.
friend.
Joffrin is the ally.
Okay,
Well,
Siegfried, not so
who
much.
We've
Who
also
was-
told you that
Hang on,
that the guy
hang
who
on,
did
hang on,
this-
hang on. Go ahead, Karina.
was the one who was very wary? Was that Siegfried?
That was Joffrin. Siegfried, if you
Yeah.
remember, as Karina, Giannis fought with
Yeah.
Siegfried in Fort Yarok.
Yeah.
He was the one
Yeah.
that beat Arceus.
Okay, cool. Okay. Can I talk to Joffrey and see if he can loosen up a little bit?
You are kind of looking at his demeanor. He's definitely on edge. It's not that he's
Yeah.
loosing, like he's not like wanting to, but he's
No?
definitely his demeanor is different from the last time you've seen him. It's not like he's like, oh, I hate this place. I
Oh,
really want
okay.
to like let loose. It's
No.
like
Can I see who has eyes on him? Like, can I clock who is like why he's wary?
Who's making him uncomfortable?
Yeah.
you guys are on a 20 insight. You guys are.
Ah.
Wait,
Okay.
does he want us to leave?
Siegfried said
He's-
something to
I
him,
mean,
and now he's less.
He
comfortable with
invited you
us.
here, but he's acting as a diplomat instead of as a friend now.
He didn't ask us. He didn't ask y'all up there as a friend.
He has to show up there as a nobleman, as a diplomat, because that's what's expected of him as part of his station.
So it's
Someone had some curt words with him behind closed doors. Is what that sounds like to me. But I'm in the dugout.
But-
True.
Okay, that's That's all I want to know. Thank you.
Cool. You see Siegfried speaks to you, Arceus. Is this a new member of your group? The one down there fighting?
I don't know if he's here.
Sorry. Well, sorry. I call it. I'll have that.
He asks you, is this a new member of your group? The one down there fighting?
No.
Was he there in Fort Yarath when we last crossed paths?
Don't remember.
You don't remember?
Nope.
What about the rest of you? Do you all remember?
Looking
I
like
did-
I was focusing on what was in the arena. What was that? What?
I have a question. We don't know about the death. We don't know that dude died. We don't know that he's looking for the guy who died.
Only Arceus and
Ark
Cedric.
didn't mention it to us, correct?
Absolutely not.
Okay. She's like, I mean, probably. It wasn't like there if you didn't see him. Like, we're not watching him, but it would
You
have
see
been flat
Joffrin
out.
speaks up, and his words cut a veil, and it changes the dynamic. He says, well, it's a simple question, I believe. I believe, my friend Siegfried is asking if he traveled with you all in Fort Yarath when you guys last met, or did you meet him after?
Oh yeah.
He looks to Siegfried, and there's a look of like approval, like a look of like wanting approval.
Mm,
Like, did
Oh,
I do
no.
like looking for approval? Surprised. And he looks to Joffrin, but he's speaking to you all. One of them says he can't recall. The other one is absolutely sure that he was there.
To be fair, one of us was, lack of a better term, got the injury to Mordenus' pride that day.
Right. And he just gives an eyebrow towards Joffrin. And Joffrin's eyes go down towards his lap, and he kind of leans back. There's a slight nod to himself. Well, let's hope that the next fights are just as good as the first one. On that, we agree.
May they be
Jasmine.
fair.
Oh.
I just said may they be fair.
Okay. Cassian, Zaziri is next. You see this woman, this massive Goliath warrior, maybe 7'2". She's clad in this charred steel armor, and she wields a warhammer that's about the size of your human form. She carries it in two hands. And as she walks, she takes the warhammer out, she slams it into the sand, and a plume tufts upwards. And there are jeers and yells across the audience. Cassian, you make your way out again. The code name of the stage name of Hati is yelling. Now, thanks to Marjorie, people are like, yeah! Kind of very you don't get the entire crowd on your side. Obviously, this is the hometown like heroes, these champions, but it's always nice to root for an underdog. And you see more people are bringing up to that. All right. Cassian,
all right.
make your pick for the first one.
Con.
He's doing strength, so you went out. You to add your proficiency bonus. Gotta be a 13.
13.
13 ties, nothing happens. You guys clash in the center of the ring. Your greatsword going for a thrust as she smacks it away with the warhammer while dodging it in a step back. The shatter, the sound of dulled blades hit each other that rings throughout the arena, the sharp, piercing sound. Make your second pick.
Strength.
She's also doing strength. So it's a flat roll. It'd be 19.
Oh.
E.
20. It's a close match, but you're able to get the first strike on her, so to speak, countering one of her moves using that fighting style that you've been honing to use her momentum against herself, baiting her, goading her in, and then hitting a quick flash of steel against her. Cassie, that's one. Make your third pick.
Con.
She's doing dex. So that means she will be
Yes.
rolling
Yes.
with her proficiency, but it is a lower modifier. This is with her proficiency bonus, 23.
Ouch. Oh, horrible.
She
6.
grabs the blade from a lower angle, holding it with this dexterity, swinging it and giving her the range. It's something that you're not akin to fighting in martial combat. This, not just a lance where you can tell the range, but she switches the grip, able to use it in this wide arc, bring it closer, closing the gap. And then as you try to close by, she extends it out, holding it by the very end of the shaft, hitting you across the face with this warhammer. It's 1 point to her. Make your fourth pick.
I'm gonna say con again.
She's doing strength, so you get to add your proficiency bonus. Ooh, you gotta be 14.
12. Fuck.
12. That's 2 for Ziri. You try to withstand the force of her strength, but the massive great hammer is a lot. You don't have a shield. You have the great sword trying to parry, but the weapon weight difference is immeasurable. She's overpowering you. Give me potentially your last one.
I'm going to do strength.
She is doing con. So that unfortunately means she will beat you out. Gotta beat 17.
Ooh.
Sorry, 16. I didn't use her. I didn't add her modifier correctly.
16.
Guys.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
I used her strength instead of her con modifier. You guys are tied. All right, let me recap all of her 5 movements to let me go back to, let's see. Cool.
We
Make
both
your
need one
choice.
more.
She has 2
No.
on you.
He is 2.
You are 2.
And
It's
I'm
2 to
down.
1.
You need to.
You need 2.
I'm going to do con.
Con. She's doing strength, so you add your proficiency bonus to it. Oh, that was almost a 17 as it rolled.
Fuck.
9.
That's it.
Unfortunately, Cassian, you are fighting against this champion. The Great Hammer swings wildly, and unfortunately, due to just these bad rolls, it's enough to hit you square in the chest, sending you on the ground. Air gasping and wheezing. As the air leaves you, as there are cheers from the champion and claps. There's a moment where people stand on their feet, Joffrin as well, slowly getting to his feet to see as this fight wages on until eventually just one well-timed strike hits you across the chest. So close. Arceus, no money. Kay, Rose, and Gwenda, you wagered 300. You pull all your 300 in, you get 200 back to Gwenda, Rose, and Kay.
Does he not get the third bout?
You
And
lose
lost,
one, you're
you have
done.
to beat all three. You have to beat all three.
Damn.
To beat all three, unfortunately.
So now we need another way to get to Firelands, or wait 3 days.
Or wait a couple days and try to challenge him again. The duel comes to a close. There's the end of the ceremony, of course, people going through, clapping, doing their whole thing. Until eventually, Cassian, you take a moment. What is Cassian doing in the moments that he's alone after this immediate?
I think there's the moment of frustration and anger that just turns into this quiet frustration. Because he was told that Siegfried's in the city. He had every assumption that he was watching. So now that's why he's frustrated. It's like, and because he wanted to show the little brother of his mentor that he could do something and didn't quite come through.
You sit there, your elbows on your knees, just sitting on this little wooden plank, almost a bench. As your head is down, your hair falls in front of your face, just taking a moment to yourself. For the six of you up in the audience, as people start to clear out, Joffrin and Siegfried raise to their feet. Well, it was wonderful seeing you all again. Good luck on your journeys. We'll be taking our leave now. Lord Joffrin. Yes, Siegfried. It would be prudent to invite all of them over to dinner. It seems I missed them the last time they were here. Oh, yes, of course. You all are more than welcome at my estate if you should wish to find a meal tonight. Um, yeah. Have a good rest of your day, you all. A good evening if I don't see you again.
Thank you.
His 6 or 7 guards follow him and they escort him and Siegfried out. And as they leave, you guys make your way down, going towards that dugout where Cassian is, all 7 of you regrouping for the first time since the Proving Grounds matches started.
Hey. Hand on shoulder.
Now what?
Hmm?
Now what?
Good question. We could always wait.
You hit
Try again.
that we find another way.
If it's safer, it's even safe to do so.
But our good friend's brother has a lead on us already, and he seems the type that wouldn't want to share with others. So I doubt if he gets there first, there'll be anything left for us.
Well,
That doesn't change our current predicament. Just adds urgency to it.
Well, thanks to the prompting of your past friend, we were invited again to the young lord's home. I doubt there'll be the time to ask for it.
Of
but
course.
That dude, your friend, he's Siegfried's bitch. Just saying.
Nice.
He's what?
Just putting it out. I said it. He's Siegfried's bitch.
maybe
Lackey.
don't say,
He's a child. So
don't
Is
say
he?
that.
it's
He's like
16,
20 years old. He's like
20.
20 years old, like 19, 20.
but also emaciated and frail.
And he's been
Very
depressed.
frail.
It's
He's
still a
been
kid. 20's still kind of a kid.
You're still a kid at 19, 20. You're still a
With
kid.
no family.
I didn't know. Okay.
And he's been in deep depression ever since his sister has probably died.
Well, if you remember, this is really dark. He walked in on his brother's dead body.
And like
Oh,
We
be
don't.
depressed.
Yeah. I drew out a little family chart. Patriarch Luther dead. Elizabeth ? Tomas middle son dead / suicide. Joffrin alive ? And then Ward Simon alive.
And from how old was
Bad.
because I know depression can like halt someone's mental age. How like when did he see his brother die? Do we know that?
He was maybe what, like 5 years ago, so he was 14, 15.
Yeah, so he's 20, but like he
Yeah.
his mental age has slowed because of
It's
that.
he's
Kid going through it.
say that I enjoy the idea of sitting on the table with them.
And I feel like this should go without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. Maybe this is not the time or place to reveal to him what you know about.
Why? So he can lord over us with the fact that he butchered my entire family and his
No,
sister.
I mean, don't reveal to the noble.
We will see how I feel in a moment and how polite company is.
Not every situation calls for a fight. Let's remember that.
I'm very aware, but don't expect me to break bread with someone who butchered everyone I ever met.
I'm not expecting that. Just waiting until
A
it's
little
time.
bit.
If you wish not to come, that is fine. If you wish not to eat there, that is fine. Well,
Okay, what are you guys doing?
Out of game? What are we doing? It's in Korea.
we're trying to find a way to get out of the Firelands. So that's
We
why
need,
we
to,
were
Yes.
we need to pass out of the city into the hostile zone. And right now, our option is wait and try and do the tournament again.
Yeah, I got that.
Ask Joffrin to do it, or illegal
I've
stuff.
offered to let us through, which he
He
technically
ain't going
can.
to. Not now. He won't. I bet.
But even if he does, it puts he puts him in a strenuous relationship with the city, which he's kind of already is leaning on that.
We'll see how the We'll see how the dinner goes before we even think.
Yeah.
So who's all going to that dinner then?
Oh,
Or I should ask, is there anyone that's not going? Okay.
All right.
Anything anyone wants
Here
to
we
do in
go.
the city before this evening? Before we
Gotcha.
jump to that dinner?
Is there like a guild here? Like if someone has a job, like, hey, you'll go kill this thing in the Firelands. No.
Again, people don't do that here because you're not going to be allowed to go into the Firelands. You're not no one can give you a Firewatch charter other than the Firewatch, the elders, or some of the people that have political affluence in the city.
can I
Well, I'm
pick
trying
up some
Go ahead.
gifts for Siegfried and Jomar? Like
Okay,
just
for Siegfried and Joffrin, yeah. What are you
Yeah.
getting?
like a nice brandy and like some like I don't know lilies, orchids, I guess for Jomar.
For flowers is going to be rough because you are in the waste.
Okay.
But you can get like a very nice like desert flower, like a little cactus, like
Yeah.
plant that has the budding flower on there for sure. I'll say it runs you about a gold piece for the brandy and the flower in total.
Cool.
Majority of it going towards the brandy.
Yeah.
The guy with the noble, he needs help walking, right?
To Joffrin,
Yeah, he needs help walking from what we've seen, right?
sometimes, not all the time. Like he can walk, but when you saw dinner with him last time, his head attendee, she had to walk with him.
From the time where like he didn't need assistance, did he seem like he doesn't like it being assisted?
I mean, yeah, for sure. Definitely didn't like it.
Have you you know when someone like has a cane, but like it might just be like a style choice, like it's not necessarily needed to help walk. I want to get him one of those.
Okay. Like a nice, like ornate cane. Yeah, I'll say that's going to be like 5 silver pieces.
Yeah, so have a gold. Enough so then if he wants to, it can just be like a fashion statement, but it can also help him if he needs it.
For sure. Cool. Anyone else?
The other
All right.
political figures could be the ones that get us in the Firelands. Can I at least try to find out who those other options might be?
Yeah, give me a general charisma saving throw.
Got it. With a low roll, that's an 18.
18. So really the only things you get for like asking around is really two more people. One, the ringmaster. That is the only name you get. The person that actually officially runs Valar's Proving Grounds. And two, the high priest of Ifrit.
Got it. Okay. Our names look into.
Okay.
We never did find out who the god of Ifrit, like what he's the god of, right?
We never learned what Ifrit is, but you can roll me a religion charisma check. So it's, are you proficient in religion?
I am not.
So just the charisma check. D20, add your charisma modifier.
Can I do that
My
too, or is it
charisma's
just
at his.
Just Marjorie.
24 for a natural
24.
20.
Ifrit is not a god. Ifrit is a fire elemental, a very powerful one, but
Oh.
not one from the elemental plane of fire. It is one that was born in the Firelands of Sigoria, an elemental created in the material plane, a unique sight. It is not the patron deity, as it is not a deity, but it is the patron entity that many not pray to, but they offer for reverence.
Question, do we know like when he was born or no?
Ifrit is an ancient creature, an ancient elemental.
Cool.
Don't worry, Marjorie. Eos didn't make him.
You just didn't make anything.
That wasn't my concern.
True.
I was just curious.
Give me the notes.
He made our lives harder in campaign 1.
That's true. Cool.
You mean
Anything
like-
else before you guys get dressed up in your nice duds that you used in Andamaria months ago and head with these gifts to dinner? Okay.
My lay on hands can cure poisons. Just making sure of that. Okay.
You guys arrive to this large manor estate that you've been to before. You see that Lonnie, the same maid, the same head woman, greets you. She doesn't really have a lot of words to say, just opening the doors by two servants and leading you towards the foyer where Joffrey and Siegfried sit on these two sofa couches across from each other. An irregular back. The size goes from high on one end and then medium and then low in this little slope of the back. Velvet cushions. You see in front of them, there's a little table. There's small dishes, mainly fruits and small, like sugary pastries prepared. And then a jug of water, a jug of mead, and a jug of wine. You see the mead is pushed towards Siegfried and the wine is pushed towards Joffrin. As they're sitting, Joffrin stands to greet you all. Please sit. The meal will be prepared shortly. And he sits back down and he takes a small sip from his wine, coughing a bit as the tartness hits his throat. You all sit down. You present these gifts to both Joffrin and Siegfried. Joffrin looks at the cane, he looks at the flowers, and he goes, "This was a very thoughtful gift. Thank you very much. I appreciate this. Thank you." And then he hands off the flower and the cane to one of his servants. They take it and they put it, you assume, with his things. Gwenda, you take the brandy and you give it to Siegfried. What do you say as you give it to him?
Thank you for inviting us for dinner. I just very politely.
You should thank Lord Ryland for that. He takes the brandy, opens it, puts it in his bag. A newer brew, I suppose it'll be good in a couple 100 years, should I live long enough to drink it. You see Joffrin laughs. To your good health, Lord Magnaris, and to yours, Joffrin. I believe we all can agree on this toast, and to yours all as well. Takes a sip of his mead, putting it down. Joffrin takes a sip of his wine. And they sit there for a while. And this. Just a silence. Not long, maybe 45 seconds before it's broken. So, from Fort Yaroth all the way to Valar's Rest, that is some journey. I would like to hear the specifics of it if I can. Regale me with the tale.
Is he just looking at all of us at the moment?
This is all of you, yeah.
And say the locations again. I want to know how far back he's asking about.
He saw y'all in Fort Yaroth, and now he sees y'all again in Valor's Rest.
Question one through one to reveal to him.
Spark notes it.
No,
He's asking for a tale. He's not asking for the whole journey, just a tale.
Oh, if Cedric were here, we could pull out his bard skills and have him sing a song about our journey.
Or if you are good in charisma.
Send it to work. We traveled. We ran into family of other compatriots. Ran into a few dragons that were persistent on a certain location. We helped with that. We got caught in one of the blood moons. That was interesting. Not a positive memory, but we made it. And
Forgive me if I stop you before you can finish, but dragons. You can tell me you contested with dragons alone.
what was that last? I missed the last word. He said alone.
You mean to tell me you contested with dragons alone?
Yes.
Not in the. in the
Interesting.
final fight.
I'm sure that was a fight to see. He looks to you, Cassian. If only some of that might made it to the proving grounds today, eh? I jest.
Foolish to think that you can win every fight.
Depends on the fighter.
Depends on the fight.
In my experience, I rarely have encountered a fight that I can't win. Victory might be far from my grasp, of course, but eventually, well, there's a reason why I'm still standing here.
Yes, I'm sure there's. You go out of your way to make sure that you win.
I do. It's one of my greatest qualities, my ambition. Similar to Lord Joffrin's here, yes? Yes, of course, I wish nothing more than to see my house be restored. Well, I know you are a young man, but in order for a house to be restored, it needs heirs, Joffrin, eh? Yes, of course. And he kind of blushes a bit. But you're too young to talk yet. A bathhouse. You're too young for that type of talk now. Better you find a woman you love than be arranged in one. Your father felt the same way, I'm sure. I think so. I was young, but my memories of him, and he kind of gestures to you all, speaking, kind of filling you in on some exposition. I am told he was a good man. He was. There's a small grit in Siegfried's jaw.
Lord Magnaris, I believe. It's my understanding that you are new friends with Lord Joffrin, but you sound very familiar with his family.
Well, Jonathan, would you consider us new friends? Well, personally, I suppose. But you were always around in my youth. Yes, your assessment is correct, Cassian. I have been a close ally of the Ryland family for years. My family and theirs.
Did you know any of the other family personally?
I did. He looks over to Joffrin. I knew them well. all of the young lord's family here. In fact, our bloodlines go way back. My earliest ancestor, first Magnaris, and the first Rylan battled together on the field, or so we're told. That's the story.
When he says this, and we are already given hinted that that his age is weird.
I'll put it like this. There was a poster in y'all's house before it was
Of him.
removed
Of him.
of him dated like
Oh, his painting is still up on the wall.
dated
Still got a
3237.
holes in it.
It is
So
the
this
year
like
5590.
he's like 2,000 plus years,
Yeah,
Don't
according
mind.
to the painting that we see,
according to the painting.
and very
Hey AJ,
innuendo in
Mhm.
his speech.
being noble, Magnaris mean anything to?
Give me a history check.
This is like our first time, or not our first
Yeah.
time, but this session is the first time hearing his
Yeah.
last name and character.
Both are just Rose.
Both of you, because you both are nobles.
15.
Yay. Give me a sec.
Please.
This guy's a noble house of one.
18.
18. Rose and Marjorie, you both hit the two different DCs for this. Rose, I'll give you this. The Magnaris family has come up in just learning of noble houses. It is a Empyrean noble house. It's old, very old. You know that it doesn't have a current heir to it from your studies. Like it's an old house that maybe might have one or two members, but not a major noble house, right? Not a major house in the empire. Maybe like a minor house. Marjorie, on an 18,
Yeah.
there's a bit of knowledge that comes to you in addition to what was just described. The Magnaris family previously had their seat in Zargos, back when it was not a free city, before the age, or excuse me, my years, right? No, before the age of the Empire. So actually, it's an old Girixian family. I should amend. Before the age of the Empire, the Magnaris family was seated in what is now modern day Zargos. But you get on an 18 that family seat has been lost. The family household has a dark history. Some say that it was butchered by a roving bandit as they settled outside of the city. Some say that there was infighting between the heirs until poison did its work and slaughtered the entire line of that family. You know that it is a family name that is lost, or was assumed to be.
Assumed to be okay.
Considering that there's a Magnaris right in front of you.
How old is the portrait again in our house?
2,000
Like
plus.
2,000 years.
Yeah. I already know this guy isn't undead too, because I challenge divinated him last time we saw him. Interesting. Does he look?
He
human?
is. He is.
He pings
no,
up
but
as undead.
Oops.
So he does ping as undead.
He does ping as undead.
Got it. Good to know. He's a human from what I can tell. Like
Yep.
yeah.
Looks like an alive human to me.
Besides for the young lord here, do you have any other family? An heir for your own house, if you will.
No. Another thing Lord Joffrey and I have in common. It seems our fortune isn't as bright as others, eh? But those with bad fortune tend to fly together.
Hey, you know what they say. Every bad fortune is a pull back on the bowstring, waiting to shoot the arrow forward.
I like that saying. I enjoy that.
Let's give him a nod.
Dinner is called. You all stand up from the foyer and head towards the dining room. Joffrin is sitting at the head. Siegfried is to his right. There is an empty seat for Simon, and then you all fill the rest of it. Who's sitting next to Siegfried?
Are we doing Nanas? Are you really doing Nanas?
Someone has to.
I will.
Someone
I'll take the L.
Gwenda stepped up to the batter's box first. Gwenda, you're sitting next to him.
I'll sit next to Glenda in case she needs an aura.
Sure, the rest of you fill out this
He's got one.
rest of the seat. And you notice that that seat for Simon is always pushed in. And maybe about after the first course is served, 15 minutes go by, you're given a small bowl of water to place your hands in and wash up before the next meal. Simon doesn't come.
What is Simon? Don't mind me asking.
You see Joffrin begins to speak. Lord believed it was of great importance that Simon be sent off on a mission for the family. Some reconnaissance, gathering information. Yes, I believe it will help in long strides, keeping my family's name safe and, well, safe for years to come.
I just give a glance at Cassian and look away. What? Just out of curiosity, what food has been brought out? Like, is it food that we would normally see, or is this like Fireland food?
No, it's food that you would normally see. He's a noble not of the Firelands, but there's also going to be like delicacies of this region. There's boar, some camel, like camel's hump that's been fried and it's very fatty meat, but mainly a lot of fruit, like a lot of like dates, grapes,
Plantains.
small berries, plantains, stuff like that.
Fried camel hump. Now that I think about it, that's probably a real thing too. I just never heard of that.
Oh, it's so good.
Is it really?
That's so fucking good.
I need to look up if camels are kosher.
Unless there's anything any of you want to say at dinner, most of the meal continues on just the sounds of eating. Till eventually Joffrin breaks the silence yet again. Last we spoke, you said you were trying to get into the Firelands. I assume that was your reason for the proving grounds. If I can inquire, what are your plans now?
We have little other options than to continue trying.
There is maybe people we can offer our services to in the city to see if that can get the same some way to get into violence temporarily, but our best bet is the fights. But this is on a bit of a time limit now. We feel we might be racing someone.
See Joffrin's head looks down, nodding. Oh, and then his head slowly turns towards Siegfried, almost like asking for permission. There's a slight nod from the older man. My friend and I, we thought of a way to help you out, potentially. If that's something you're interested in.
Let's at least hear it first before a decision is made.
Of course, Lord McNair's. Well, as you all have previously seen, I am the leader of a group of warriors traveling, not unlike yourselves. We take the jobs that we can get for money, gold, and continue our journey. Some join for gold and fortune, some join to hone their skills. Moving that large of a group has its difficulties, especially across borders. Hence why I have decided to leave my company and attend Lord Ryland here. Lord Ryland and I have come to an agreement. He will personally sign and seal Firewatch charter for you all to enter the lands and return, so long as you help our families out.
Well, we're hoping we are. I'll motion towards the young lord. Hoping we are on friendly relations. We would love to be of aid, but we've learned that it's best to know what a job is before accepting them. What's exactly?
Quite right. He snaps his fingers, and a servant takes some time to arrive. That seems to cause a sneer from Siegfried. And in their hands is this rolled piece of cloth, black tapestry. And he takes it. He puts it on the table. This is my company's banner. It allows us to move a select few of us at a time per day to similar points where this banner places. It's a useful tool, one that could be used by myself and my most trusted lieutenants. Lord Joffrin here will sign and seal your charter if you agree to place this banner within the Firelands at the agreed upon point. It will go far in establishing relations between you all and our families.
I'm assuming he doesn't mention where that point is.
Not yet.
I think I want to, like, at this point, like, I want to look to Cassian, because I want to see, like, is this shitty? Are you, like, against this? Or, like, what's... that's what I'm just kind of trying to get, like, what's Cassian's reaction to,
I
like,
think he's
doing a
looking
favor
at
for this fuck?
I think he's looking at Joffrin with like grief.
Hmm.
Like, oh, you're a dead man walking and you don't even know it. Like you don't even have a thought between your ears. There is anger, yes, certainly. But above that is kind of the sadness of like this family is done. They've been manipulated and pawned for decades.
Yeah. Once he's outlived his usefulness, this guy's gonna kill him. Do you mind if we have a moment to discuss? I do not want to make a decision if we have not spoken on this at first.
Of course. Joffrin, let's say we retire to the dressing room, or excuse me, the drawing room. They can meet us there when they've made their decision.
Lord Joffrin.
Yes.
Yes, yesterday I told you I had a gift for you. Would you like to receive it?
That's right, I would.
I will pull out the iron circlet that was Lady Elizabeth's mark of station.
Oh. His hand kind of trembles as it reaches over the table. Takes it in his hand. You know, I stole this once. And Lizzie didn't get mad at me. She said she'd give it back when she came back. Thank you. And he holds it tight to his chest. I appreciate it.
Understand that that is not just a trinket. It was the mark of her station. to those that followed her.
Father had made this for her, a sign of his blessing. And you see, he doesn't look at Siegfried before starting. My family created a company a while ago. It's how we came to gold and power. They call them the Silver Court.
Lady
And-
Elizabeth led the Court of Swords.
I know. I always wanted to, you know. I couldn't make it as a warrior. So I thought the Court of Scrolls would be good for me. Or the Scepters, but Father forbade it.
There was not only warriors.
I know.
Of the swords, I believe I may be one of the last. Your sister's sign was never found other than that circle. The scrolls and scepters.
There's a glint of hope in his eyes, and then it's immediately washed away by his own self-doubt.
I do not know what became of our sister companies. Only rumors that they have gone to ground. Pursued, perhaps, sought after by some other faction.
Well, Siegfried, Grandfather always said if a Ryland called, they would come. Do you think He places a hand on the small boy's shoulders. I wouldn't get your hopes up, my lord. Remember what we spoke about. Sweet nothings that are sometimes too good to be true often are. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for this. I'll put it with small shrine we have for her.
I searched for her body for weeks. It was a personal burden of mine that I wanted to bring this home to you.
There's another look of wariness towards you, and then you catch it, an eye dart back to Siegfried and then back to you.
I found many of my brothers and sisters hidden beneath the snows.
Can I ask a few questions, and you can stop me if I'm being rude?
Of course.
You said you're the only one alive,
That I'm aware of, yes.
and you searched for weeks for her.
It was about 3 years in total before I truly vacated those valleys.
See, there's a
Many-
look towards Siegfried, and Siegfried just
many
gives him a look of
which-
like,
Many of which were spent more as a keeper of that place.
the look that he gives that Siegfried gives him is just the look of like, very much like I told you so. And Joffrin, his head goes down, his curls cover his face. Can I ask one more question?
Of course.
I have to ask this. Lord Joffrey, I have to ask. Did you kill my sister?
No.
It's just you're the only one that's alive. And couldn't find her body.
I do not know.
I'm sorry. That was rude of me.
I do not
I
know
shouldn't
why.
ask such things.
I understand. I offer no explanation as to why I am alive. Why I'm here, I do not know. I cannot give that answer to you. I do not know why we were pursued, hunted like animals through the mountains.
Who pursued you?
Men in black. Black armor and black cloaks.
I suppose those deal in darkness would wear it externally as well.
Hmm.
Forgive me for my interrogation. That was not kind of me.
Can I insight
understand.
check Siegfried while he's saying this?
Yeah, give me an insight check. Minus
Yeah,
3 to it. Well,
+1.
Yeah.
plus 1 to it.
So 12.
Thank you,
That-
Peg.
Is your
Hey,
insight
good.
plus 4? Is your insight plus 4 normally?
Yeah.
So cool. So 15 to 16.
Oh, yeah.
Does auras affect ability checks?
Do they? I don't know. That's
Well,
your
if they're
fucking.
I think it's just
saving
your
throws,
aura.
It's just saves and attacks.
It's not even attack,
Cool.
it's
So
saves.
so minus 3, which would
no.
be 12. Cool.
You use minus for everything? Oh no.
Or to he's attack roll, he checks and saving throws.
Oh, I hate this guy.
He's a stone wall, Rose.
I hate this
Stone
guy.
wall.
Yeah.
Join the
Stone wall.
club.
Perhaps, Lord Ryland, we give them their time to come to an agreement. Let us go to the drawing room. Yes. She's clutching the circlet, and he gets up and he haggardly, almost like half steps forward as he almost loses balance, and Siegfried catches him with one arm, holding his bicep and steadying him. And he puts another arm on his shoulder and he nudges him forward, and they leave the table. It's just you here and a couple of servants that only stop by to pick up a plate and then leave. They're like cleaning up the table. So through hushed tones, you'll be able to keep your conversation a secret.
Whisper, whisper, whisper.
AJ?
Yes, Gwenda.
Is there any resemblance between Siegfried and Jomar or Joffrey?
And Joffrey, none.
Okay.
Siegfried is, he's fair skinned, and that's where the similarities stop.
He's just a manipulative dick.
AJ,
Yes.
Can I ask what their auras look like? Both of them?
I think you've asked for Siegfried's. His is domineering. It is a dominating presence. One that
What about
makes you want to just buckle your knees. And Joffrin's is that of a whisper.
Ooh. Oh.
Like if Joffrin was in a crowd and someone like stood above that crowd and was like, all right, I'm going to pick 10 random people. In a crowd of 1,000, he would probably come down to the bottom 10. That boy has no aura. That boy has his charisma is probably like
aura.
the same as Rose.
Damn,
Can-
like 4?
Crazy.
Like 6.
Just
High wisdom, low charisma.
Now-
No riz.
now, since we've seen them both in the same room, I have a unique
No bitch.
question. Is
No bitches.
his illness is definitely worsened by his depressive tendencies. Is he also this ill because of just him being near Siegfried so much?
You don't know that.
How would
He's
you
not
how would
sick.
you tell?
Like, he's not sick. He's
just
just
frail.
frail. He has a frail constitution.
Got it.
He's got a -2 con.
Damn. Just like my goat. Just like some goat I know.
Just like some goat that I don't
Anyway.
know.
Right.
So, who wants to try and convince me as to why we should do this?
Was that a character or not?
Well, Cassian, I wanted to ask you, are you comfortable with doing this? This is
Certainly not. But that doesn't mean I won't. It also doesn't mean I won't put this banner in the volcano. In the lava. Because I hate him.
Just to reiterate, I hate
If that wasn't clear.
just to make
I thought I didn't like him. Boy, do I now.
So,
What we know, right, that his band is a troop of murderers, bandits, marauders, vile, evil men. Giving them access to the Firelands, I don't know what good that does them. I don't know what it does, what benefit they get. That is why I'm hesitant, is because it seems on the outside that there's not an immediate benefit for them. But because they're asking, there must be.
like, I can already see a few benefits, just with my experience in such matters. One, they will have a base of operations where most people are not able to get to, simply because of legal areas and the danger of the place. The Firelands are also unclaimed territory of roving tribes. They can make a country. They can make a city out there in their name.
You saw those men. They are not country people. They are like the people in the Firelands, roving marauders. The fact that they have a flag is inconsequential. The only difference is they have swords and armor.
Looking at the capabilities of a unit is different from looking at the capabilities of the leader.
Let me put this forward. Maybe he just wants to see if you will.
correct me if I'm wrong, yeah, but Lord, or Aaron, was it?
Joffrey?
Ryland.
Ryland. That's what I was showing you. Ryland.
Yep.
He
Ryland.
could just it would put stress on his visage around town, but he could just be like, "Here you go."
That's what he's offering to do with Siegfried
So-
saying, "Hey, you should do this for them
We're
because
not
they're going to do it."
opening the door to Siegfried or the Black Eagles. We're not doing
Yes,
that.
we are.
The door's open if he wants it open. We might be fastening their timetable by a week or a month, but we're not it's not if we
He could
say
already
no,
ask
if
for
we
it.
say
I
no,
will
we
say this.
stop them right here.
I
They're
will
gonna
say
get
this: letting 6 people through and signing your name off that is
Compared
a
to
lot
a
different
troop,
than
to
signing
a full
100.
company.
Well,
Signing 100 men
fuck that.
through.
He doesn't have to do that either. He can be like, "Hey, sign me through. I'm gonna go. Nothing can touch me. Flag."
That's probably what he was.
That's probably what he was about to go do before I stopped him.
He was leaving the city. He wasn't going to the
That's probably what
Firelands.
He was gonna go do. He was leaving out toward the Firelands.
I think it also depends.
He was going back out to the mainland.
Back out to the mainland. He was going back to Veoverland.
Well, still,
And then you rocked up and he said, "Shit, let me stay."
he can do that
too much.
himself.
Not too much.
Well,
not too bad.
Well, when you have a group, there's people that can pull you out of stuff. Even if you are I am a boss, you can still get overwhelmed.
Let's also wrap our heads around, hey, plant this flag and we can just teleport people between our flags. They can already do that.
Yep.
He and his lieutenants can take a small group of people. It acts as a gate, kind of like in the Dungeons and Dragons
Once a
movie,
week,
that little
20 men.
portal.
Bang.
You can take a small regiment of men and take them from one banister to the another. It's a fucking teleporting
And
point.
we
Portal gun.
He doesn't have to be here to do it. That's why it's convenient. for him.
which means one, he can probably track us with the flag until
Well, that doesn't
we.
really connotate that.
That doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I still think it should be mentioned just in case. Two, if we decide to screw him over and place the flag somewhere else, he will find out. and that will worsen our relationship with this kid.
Fuck
he will
him.
tell-
Let him find out. Fuck him. I
But
ain't trying to get kudo points from him.
Not from him. With the other noble.
They're the
'Cause-
same entity at a certain level.
So
This kid's got no. This kid is
He doesn't
frail
have a say.
and
He's
fragile,
controlled
and this
by
man's
him.
got
He's got no
his
moxie.
hands around his
No
spine.
moxie. He got
To
no
quote
gumption.
Urkel, he has zero
No
aura.
chutzpah.
What are we doing? So what are we doing, gang?
So is this something we want? We will give them power to get into Firelands without
I say no.
Sakamoto's brother already has the lead on us. We have to get there first. If not first, then right after. To stop him from leaving with all three if there's three, or two if there's two, or take it from him if there's only one. We need to get there as soon as possible. We cannot wait 3-4 more days and hope we win next time. If not, then 3 more, 4 more. We need to leave yesterday.
I agree.
Gwenda
I
said
also think-
no. Does anyone else? And also whatever Rosemary was saying.
I think we should do it. I think we shouldn't rule out the fact that he can do this himself. I think it's just a power play. I think it's just an ego thing. I do. And like, sure. Like, we need to get this shit done. Who cares if he's like, oh, I've fucking got you guys now.
Can I look at this flag? Like, is it? I want to see if there's like. I know I can't see, like, is this magical? Because I don't have to take magic.
Hey,
but, like,
Wizard! Look at the magic thing.
Wizard.
Magic.
just
I
wanna
mean,
look at
I
this-
can look, I'll use a first level spell slot, sure. I'll
Cast Identify?
yeah.
Casting Identify gives you that this is a banner of the Black Eagles. What it does is what he told you. It allows a transport from any other banner up to the user and 19 other people. So the person saying the command word and 19 other people. So 20 people at once can transport through a banner. Once you transport, that banner cannot be used until dawn the next day.
Once a
Either
day.
of them.
More lenient than I
Once a
thought.
day. Once a day, you can transport from boom to boom.
Wait, I mean, that's
Once
like
a day.
That's like a tree stride, right? That's
It's a transport via plants, essentially.
Yeah, but instead of using
Essentially, a
Transport
transport
via
via plants with 20 people.
I also want to point out if he wants to kill Cassian. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
One thing. It cannot
said
be
that?
used to transport people or objects that are a category size large or greater.
So it's just men, just troops.
Just
and
men.
maybe horses, because horses are large.
No, that
Horses are
are
large. Can't bring a large
so
object or
only
creature.
infantry.
Just men. Just men.
Only infantry.
I just want to point out if he wants to kill us, and all he needs to do is give us this banner, we leave, and at some point he goes, "Hey, what's up?" with the whole squad and murks us.
Does it need
There's
to
one
be
other thing.
deployed?
Oh.
Like,
It needs to be planted in the ground for the magic to take work. It needs to be planted.
okay.
There's one other thing. When fighting within 100 feet of the banner, all of those that wear the Black Eagles insignia get a +5 bonus to attack rolls and damage rolls.
Hey,
That sounds
do
So
you-
fighting within 100 feet of this banner,
hey, Dungeon
That's
Master,
bad news. Bad news bears.
Can I think?
sorry, go ahead.
Can I think back? Can I have a Jimmy Neutron brain blast and think back to Cassian's dream? Did I see any flags flying around?
There's not many.
Any that look like this?
It was
Very similar.
This is a great tool for an ambush. You know someone's going somewhere. You put down
So,
some
yeah,
flags,
Cassian's
and then
whole
when they
team
arrive,
was
you
fucked.
This is like a marching standard, or is it just dependent?
It's a marching standard.
Okay.
Something
So
that someone
it's
would
a
carry
full-
on the
full
back
thing.
of
Yeah.
a.
Gotcha.
So they were getting
So-
fucking buffed the entire time they were running Cassius.
I'd do it. I mean, fuck them. They're cheaters. No.
Yeah, fucking yeah.
Banner of the Krigroon over here.
What? I don't.
Correct.
I don't. That means.
So,
I do.
Both of you fucks.
so
Can I?
He's just so good.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Can I get a quick? The frail kid's Ryland's brother is sent out on a mission. That's the guy we have to beat, right?
No.
No. So I'll kind of
Okay.
recap.
Oh.
Give you the names. Remember, the reason why they're traveling to the Firelands is because they took a job from their blacksmith friend Sakamoto, right?
Yes, I know that.
He's sending y'all to go get this core of this fire, these like fire seeds, right? And this dormant volcano. You guys saw his brother storm out of his shop before you left Andamiria. And Sakamoto essentially said to you in veiled words, he's probably going to go after those. Like, he's probably going to go after those. I don't know if he's going to take all of them or what, but he's probably going to go after those. So Sakamoto's brother is on the way. Aizawa. He is on the way to take those. Sakamoto does not know how many there are. He assumes there to be 2, but he does not know if his brother will leave. Dasha said something stupid, didn't she?
What did I say? That was
Dasha
stupid.
wouldn't do that.
I just feel like you did. Every time I see Bren and Jared simultaneously go like, I assume it's Dasha or Ryan that says something fucking stupid.
Both innocent.
Weirdly.
Wow.
Yeah, I know,
So it's got to be Era. It's got to be Era then.
Innocent.
What? Oh, then I'm fucked up. Y'all got me. I don't know. I guess I'm wrong.
I was gonna say, I feel like he wasn't targeted that time.
Wow, never know you
The
next
guy
week.
missing from the party is Joffrin's ward, like
His-
stepbrother.
the
essentially.
family war.
And he's
Simon
just not here for
Hosward,
some reason.
He's not here for some reason.
They sent him
He
away
was sent
because
on
he
a
wasn't
mission.
weak.
They sent him
So-
away
so-
because he's asking questions because I told him how shit actually happened.
So I have some questions, and you can
Hey,
either
Rob, start
let
with
me know or say I can't know that. With the flag, it needs to put in the ground to work. So if we just like place it down somewhere, it doesn't.
If we're just
function.
carrying it, it doesn't work. We have to.
But if we just put it on the ground, like not put it in like this, but like just place it, will it still work?
Plant it.
Plant it in the ground. You have to
So
plant
we
it.
could be thinking
Action
of like
to, action to activate.
we could just like it's there and go and like, hey, someone must have put it down. Someone must have knocked it down.
Mm.
I mean,
Uh,
there's no reason. Either we do it or we don't. But I think that there's no we don't need to like do all this like oh we're doing it the cheeky way. Like
second question. We do know. Do we know that if you travel alone in the Firelands, you're probably gonna be annoyed by things more often because you are.
Yes. You are easy pickings, my boy. Easy prey.
All right, so that's.
We are in a
probably gonna
party
follow-
for this exact reason.
Yeah, no.
Hey,
I'm
it's
just thinking
kind of safer
this-
with other people.
I'm just thinking he's gonna get slowed down because people are gonna keep annoying him. I don't think
It
he's.
worked
I don't
for
think he's
him.
gonna get stopped if
It worked
he
for
won the
him.
challenges easily. So
Oh, you mean Aizawa?
yeah, I'm assuming he's gonna get slowed down because he's alone. So people are.
We're
gonna be like,
assuming that Aizawa is in the Firelands also. We don't know that. We're assuming. Is it a safe assumption?
He got
Yes.
described
However,
as someone just won a Fireland charter. He looks like this, 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 and this, and we were like, oh, yup.
I must have
Probably.
turned my brain off. Anyhow, okay. Does anyone else say no to doing this? Because Gwenda said no.
I think Gwenda had something she wanted to add as well. Gwenda?
Yeah, I'm just saying that we're gonna get ambushed. If we go there, do the job, and plant the fucking banner, 20 of his men is just gonna come out and murk us.
I mean, he could do that himself.
I mean, also, here's what happens. If that happens, we plant it and we just keep moving. Like, I don't know. I
I'm
think
Are we
we're-
wondering
doing it?
if-
Yes or no?
need to-
I've had that exact same thought as Karina. Like, what's stopping him? Hey, we're into the session. Mink, 20 minute period.
All right, when I said that, you guys were like, well, what are you thinking about that right now? But yeah, that's what I was mentioning. If we put this down, he can immediately go, duh, and kill us. He's not doing it here because he doesn't want to mess with.
We're
whatever
talking in
middle-
circles.
I vote yes.
I
Who
vote yes.
says no? Just Gwen. I am abstaining under the under the idea that everyone here understands. This is a murder.
Hold on. Is everyone
His
else
friends
yes?
are murderers.
I think Tay would also say he doesn't. He's not quite cool with doing it.
There's not enough
He'll
people
do it.
saying
He'll do it.
hard no, though.
Yes or no?
Or no.
Archery's gonna say no.
So that's 2 no's.
Keep in mind,
Three
everyone,
no's.
we don't get into the Firelands without doing this.
Well, here's
Please
the thing.
keep
We
that in
could get in
mind.
if Cassian goes again. Granted, we might be late.
In 3 days' time, yes.
Yes, 3 more days.
I
for
would
him to
like-
get to us.
How about this? I would like to get out of this city, where I happen to know Siegfried is.
So is it yes?
If more people
It's-
appear, all the more
here's
merrier
the
for
thing.
me.
If he wants to jump us at the moment we're not in this city, he can do that even if we don't plant the banner.
You can just follow us out. We're walking into the fucking
Yeah,
into the,
like-
walking into the PvP flag zone. He can just follow us.
Yeah.
Let's figure out. Where
Let's
he wants
just take the road of convenience and least resistance for now and just go. Unless someone else wants to try their hand at getting their face kicked in by gladiators, because it's fun.
What if I had more gold to bet?
I didn't ask you to bet.
Did you bet all your gold?
No.
Interesting that I didn't bet gold on myself. The only one who didn't, in fact.
I still have plenty of gold. Anyway, so we're leaving.
Cool. You guys go to the drawing room. You see Siegfried and Joffrin there, and Joffrin's eyes are red. They're puffy. He takes a handkerchief and dabs his eyes.
Is he still holding the circlet in the same way?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, good.
Is Siegfried? It probably looks like he's comforting him, but I want to see if there's like that glint of like he's enjoying the suffering. I want to know. I want to get a taste of this.
Give me an insight check.
Yeah. Uh, 19.
19. There isn't an like, oh, like I enjoy seeing you like this. It's more of an annoyance. It's more of like a, but he masks it well.
That's what I wanted to hear. Yeah. Well, I mean, I wanted to hear that specifically, but yeah, you know.
Yeah. Joffrin looks.
Damn, you enjoy that
Yeah.
suffer.
Come to a decision.
Where do you want the flag?
Glad to hear it. There's a small clan, the Soot Roamers clan. They're expecting this flag to be planted in their community. A group of nomads. They have agreed, through a previous deal with myself, to stay put until that flag is planted. Let me see your map. I can point out where it is.
This is a death sentence for this clan, by the way, guys. He's 100% gonna kill him.
They could be friends. They just said, "Hey, I told you to stay there." They're
This guy
expecting
doesn't
it.
This guy. doesn't
It's
make
right
sense.
where we're fucking going.
So you guys are going right here.
Okay.
Oh, so it's on the way.
Okay.
We just like go this way instead of going like this way, and well, I guess we kind of have to go around the mountain.
It's on the way.
For now, Boulder Island, when you're ready, draft up the Firewatch Charter. Of course, Lord Magnaris.
Are you sure it's? We appreciate the offer, but we don't want to put you in a position with the city. Are you sure this is all right?
You won't be placed in a compromising position, that I assure you. Yes, he's right.
I will trust you on that. Let's say towards the young lord. Give him a nod.
I'm going to take my leave now. Lord Magnanimous, if you would please kindly entreat my guests and see them all. Thank you all for stopping by. It was a pleasant dinner. He begins to leave the drawing room, and it's just you six and Siegfried. Anything you all want to do?
So how old are you?
How old do you think I am?
Thousand? 2, 3, something like that?
Do I look 1,000 years old? I mean, I am human by birth.
At birth, sure. That I believe.
You have something to say?
I did. Just curious how old you are.
You haven't said it. You're just tiptoeing because you're scared.
How old are you?
Well, I stopped keeping track of my birthdays, as any grown man does. I would assume I'm somewhere in my 50s.
The arc like just like chuckles, not to like be a dick, but I think he's like, okay, cool, so we're doing that.
There's definitely that look of like, say something then. Well, let's light this candle.
Still
Can-
acting here.
I've never been much of a thespian.
Could have fooled me with the way you act around the young lord.
Act. I want nothing but the young lord to step into his shoes as the heir of the Ryland family.
Where he can help you best.
Know where I can help him the best.
Like you helped his sister.
It seems we're dancing around veiled conversation. Why don't you just say what you all mean?
AJ, I
And
have a
maybe
question.
take your tails from out between your legs.
You're a marauder and a butcher who
A
leads
marauder.
butchers and murderers.
Tell me, in war, do you consider those soldiers marauders and butchers fighting
What
for their
war?
countrymen? A war you don't understand, it seems.
Enlighten me.
I don't think I will. Because for all your faults, your biggest one is unknowing. And to keep that from you, well, I think that's the greatest pleasure that I can have.
Curious. Very curious.
Who leads you all? Or, let me guess, you follow modern society's contrivances. There's no leader here. We're a group. Am I right?
Depends on the situation.
So all of you are leaderless. None of you are a general. All of you are soldiers, following the only orders you know. Do not presume that a soldier can ask a general how war works. You all have one purpose: to march forward and eventually perish. That is your order. It seems to me like you all wish to follow that latter part all too well right now.
I'll look towards the group.
Speaking of soldiers,
ahead.
where is the Midnight Band?
The Midnight Band?
Just in all black.
My men. I prefer you call us what we're known by, the Black Eagles. They're off on my orders, as good soldiers do. That's all you need to know.
I really want to push it, but I don't know how much I should.
Takes a step forward and puts his hand on Cassian's shoulder. A heavy gloved hand, and you feel the grip of it. I'm proud of you. You kept your composure in front of the boy. I'm not sure his heart could take it if you
He's
threw
not a
wild
soldier.
accusations. Everyone is a soldier.
I had a general once.
Did you?
And she was good and kind and fair. I don't know what happened to her, but I know what happened to the rest of us who followed her.
Good and kind and fair. I'm sure every tyrant's lackeys thought the same thing.
Do you think your men love you?
No, nor should they.
You are lesser for it.
They fear me, and through that fear, it begets respect.
And still you are lesser for it.
Perhaps. But I'm still here. And those that lead with love are not.
The world is cruel. Sometimes we must be cruel to match it.
I couldn't agree more.
Sure, we'll be seeing each other again soon.
No, I don't think we will. I think if all of you are smart and value your role as soldiers, you will follow this command, as good soldiers do. Stay away from Lord Ryland. Stay away from me and my men. Should there ever be, and he leans in close, another incident, then I will not turn away as I have before. I really would hate to break Joffrin's heart. Imagine if I told him that the man who murdered his sister was also guilty of murdering one of my men. Makes it that much more believable, doesn't it? a lone survivor, for years gone, for years carried that totem. Perhaps he grew a guilty conscience. Perhaps he decided to free his soul. Perhaps. But I cannot be the one who fully knows what Joffrin believes. Now can I?
If you say. If you say.
And now I say it, I believe it is time for us to part. Pat you again on the shoulder. Do a good job for me, won't you? He points towards the door. Anything you all want to do before you leave this room with Siegfried?
Oh, is he like walking us out?
He's pointing, he's like, time for y'all to go. He's gonna keep the air of like, I'm seeing Lord of Island's guess out.
I'm gonna walk next to Cassian. And I want to say quietly enough that only Cassian can hear, if that's possible. Unless this
Yeah, you
guy's
just
like,
whisper in his ear. No, you can just whisper in his ear.
if you wish, we can still refuse.
We can't really.
We can say we're going the other way.
I'm just trying to leave.
Okay. Anything else from any of you?
How long does it take for us to get the written thing of like we're leaving the city? How long is that gonna take?
He's gonna give it to you the next morning. It's gonna be delivered by an aide.
Got
He
it.
has to write it up, send it to the council. They're gonna stamp it, probably have a conversation with him, and then give it to you guys.
And we don't there is two other people we can try to talk to.
Let's just go.
Okay. You guys are escorted out. You take your leave from the Rylan estate, hearing Siegfried's command to you all. You take the banner begrudgingly, and with balled fists, push it into one of your bags.
I want to cast a spell before we leave.
Yep.
I want to cast Augury,
Okay.
which is the wheel or woe thing. I want to know if putting down the flag is a bad idea or not.
They're gonna have to be in the next day.
The next 30 minutes.
Oh. Well,
Did the thing that already happened good or bad?
You know what? That's very fair. I can wait before we put down the flag to see. Like, should we put it down here or like give it to them? Like, let us leave.
I'm sure you'll get a
I-
solid answer.
Yeah, I love. Honestly, Era having access to a spell that tells
Divination.
him whether or not the action he's about to
I don't want to
do is the
metagame,
right
so
course of
DM, here's a
action
mechanic that makes you tell me.
is the worst spell for him to get.
You know what that reminds me of the like Rick and Morty
I
thing where he
cast
has, like, he has the
metagame.
crystal that tells him like the future, and he's like looking at the crystal while doing stuff.
And every time he's used it, it's always been a difference.
Yep.
Because it's AJ's
But
dreams.
maybe one day.
You guys, let's go.
Cool. Last chance for anything in Valar's Rest before you all head out.
Do they sell potions here?
Yeah, let's go shopping. Oh wait.
You can find some potions.
Yeah, let's get some potions.
Yeah, just say standard price.
What do you think, Ark? You want to buy some potions?
In character.
Does anybody not have potions?
I'm scared. And I have the money. I'm just going to get like 2 greater healing pots.
Cool.
Does
So it's
anybody
150.
here not? Does anyone here not have potions?
Everyone fucking should.
I was about to say
Hey, you know what we haven't been doing?
what?
Well, maybe we have been. Bastion Trance.
What?
Yeah,
Ashen
haven't been.
Trance.
So we can run that real quickly.
Yeah.
I was going through my inventory to see if I could like barter anything, and I was like, oh yeah, Sending Stone Divinia.
It's not gonna like take any effect.
Could do that after
Obviously,
session too.
when you
You
come
don't have to
back.
do that.
Yeah.
But in the month,
Yeah, we'll do that out of session.
in the month, right?
We'll do that out of session. Yeah. I'll run like
just thought
a
of it, so I thought it was
lot of Bastion turns for sure. For sure.
Then can I buy like coatings, like things to put on a sword to help in a fight, like poison, stuff like that?
Only real thing is going to be like a vial of poison.
What would that mechanically do?
Let me pull it up.
It's not a lot.
It's not a lot.
Discord changing everything. It's so annoying. I'm trying to download
Honestly.
shit, but it's like everything's in a different
Poison
place.
takes an action. You can use the poison in this vial to cut 1 slashing or piercing weapon or up to 3 pieces of ammunition. It takes an action. A creature hit by it must make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw or take 1d4 poison damage. Once applied, the poison retains potency for 1 minute before drying.
That's basically useless. Okay. Is there anything else someone wants to have before we go out here? Because I have 6 potions right now. And I'll get 1 more greater and 1 more regular.
Damn.
Cool.
So you got 8?
So
Yeah,
200 total.
Good God.
Bastion setup.
Ocean man.
Hey,
I have
do you
enough
think
for me.
this
By the
potion
hand.
barter that we sent you-
Land.
Sure.
Maybe not in the
Sure.
Firelands,
Cool.
but somewhere else.
If there's anything else, we can just DM me. We can kind of move forward from there. You guys get your charter the next morning. Resigned to take your leave from the city, you head towards the large gate that enters into the Firelands, and the Fireland Watch stops you. They take a look at your charter, looking it through, and you see one of the guards is kind of making small talk as they take it up the barracks or the bannerments and are kind of looking through it. He goes, "Whew. Well, I don't know why you're going out there, but be safe. Pray that the Wanderer shows mercy on you and the fire doesn't reduce you to ash. First time?
Yep. That obvious?
Yeah.
And
Anyone
they
that
open
wants to go, it's obvious. Listen, I'll give you a couple of little hints out there. One thing you got to avoid at all times. We say this to everyone that comes through these walls. Be careful of the whirlwind of blades out there. Prowls along the red waste. It walks inside a tornado of its own design. Only reports we have of those that have lived to even see it from a distance is a creature on 4 legs. It looks like a giant man with wings riding on top something in that tornado. Blades can be found whirling around the tornado, hence the name. It's massive. Can't miss it. Pray to whatever god you pray to that you don't see it. Seven coming through! The gate opens up, and you all leave Valar's Rest, heading into the Firelands. I'm going to need a D100 roll.
Please,
Who's
someone
on
roll
the
me an account. I need to
nose?
hit something so bad.
Blood moon, blood moon, blood moon.
I do want to say this after
I
we're
will do
like
it.
a decent distance from the city. I will do pass out trace just so then if he is gonna follow us, he has a hard time tracking us. So I'll use my one.
Do you
for
guys know
casting
what I
that.
realized we should have bought? We should have bought some potions of fire resistance.
Fire resistance.
Man, I should
Probably.
have added to my stock of 3.
Oh damn, must be nice.
Karina,
Yeah.
roll me another D100.
Okay.
Mark, do you have healing potions?
Yeah, I have a ton of potions.
21.
Karina,
Yeah.
roll me a D4.
Add her to the list.
Okay.
'Cause that's not a.
Put her
That's
up
a-
against the wall.
Are we dead
Do we
anyway?
end session here?
No, hang on.
Do we gotta end, are we gonna die, AJ?
Shut the fuck up. No, hang on. Just shut the fuck up. Give me 1 second. I need to check my screenshots for what the fuck this is.
Jesus, what the fuck? What the fuck? God damn, bro.
This boy
He
resistant.
is, he is ready.
This man is resisting.
What color is that dragon? Opens the bag with potions.
Who cares? Who cares? I drank all of them.
Listen, there's 2 dragons left.
All right. You all are navigating through the treacherous terrain of the Firelands. So far, it's been uneventful. Until a sudden shift in the earth. Tremor. The ground begins to shake underneath your feet. Your steps haphazardly turn into just a balancing act. I need a dexterity saving throw from everybody.
Hey, that thing that we told you specifically to avoid, guess who's here?
You'll get a +4. Don't forget.
+4.
That would be
Yes,
Plus 4.
for my aura, and I got an 11, so I'm gonna get hurt.
23.
21.
fuck.
I'm just going to
15 with the plus
Yeah.
15.
4.
So Cassian, Marjorie, and Ark, you succeed.
Ooh,
Gwenda,
let's go.
Kate, and Rose is how much fire damage you're going to take. 15 points of fire damage. As this plume, this eruption of flame cracks the earth in front of you, shooting up in a spout. You see that the crevice that the fire is coming out of, this magma and lava, is enlarging, breaking the ground. You all dodge roll out of the way, grabbing your bearings, drawing your weapons in the event of any creature that could arise from this. And then the plume, as quickly as it rised, it slowly falls into a bubble. And there's just steam and smoke that comes from this open crevice. Almost as if a hot coal was thrown into water. Smoke fills the general area, fastly and rapidly. You cover your mouths, you're coughing just from the smoke, but after a few moments still on guard, there's no other movement, and the tremors have stopped.
There's no more tremors.
Is that it?
That's it. All that's before you is covered in smoke, this newly formed crevice from this eruption of magma, and then steam that emanates from that crater, and that's it.
I'll heal myself for 15 with lay on hands. I do want to look in the crater to see if there's anything like in there.
Moving forward, you push your shield, and it's hot. Kay's moving forward. Who else is moving forward? If anyone.
I'll stand I'll keep I'm not gonna go right up like he is, but I'll stick close.
I'll say this. If anyone gets within 20 feet of the crater, who's going?
Yeah.
Cool. Kay,
I'll
Rose,
cast Blade Order
y'all are the
myself
only
this
two.
weekend.
Rose,
I
are you
would like
wearing
to
any
stand
armor made of
back a little
metal?
bit.
No, I'm not.
Okay, are you wearing armor made of metal?
I believe I have scale mail. Let me double check.
I believe scale mail
Uh,
is metal.
It's metal.
Yeah. I need 3
No, I have a
Constitution
breastplate.
saving throws from you. So 3 Constitution saving throws.
3? Oh no.
3.
I feel like me and Ark are just in the
Alright.
back, like holding the ground. So
That
what?
is 11, then
One failure.
a
That's supposed to be
18,
interesting or something?
and then a 6. Sorry, 8.
Hey, 2 failures.
Ouch.
You have the poisoned condition. You have 2 levels of exhaustion.
You
Ooh,
had to go look.
I'm gonna
But-
back up once I get that.
As you get close, I mean, once you're there, you can see in the center is this old, half-buried hilt with a gauntlet wrapped around it. It's as if a gauntlet, like a metal gauntlet, is wrapped around the hilt. And there's an opening in the gauntlet.
I'm gonna get rid of the poison condition on myself because I can at least do that with lay on
Is
hands.
it like something is buried holding a sword, or is it just there's this empty
The sword
gauntlet
is
holding
buried.
a sword
There's an
hilt?
empty gauntlet holding the sword. It's more of like a glove.
The sword, so
holding a metal
sword in the
glove.
sword in the stone, but there's an empty gauntlet wrapped around the hilt.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's an empty metal glove
You don't do
of the same design of the hilt.
You don't do the thing we're all
What?
thinking.
Well, what is the design of this weapon?
You give me a
Like,
potion,
does it
I'll do
look
it.
gnarly or?
It's old. It's old. The
Actually,
blade
no.
itself looks rusted. The hilt is blackened, and the gauntlet around it is also of that same blackened metal. It's aged.
I'll just do it.
How do you grab it?
In the gauntlet, pull out.
So you put your hand through the gauntlet.
Yeah, it's a bad idea.
Do you have an attunement slot?
I do.
The second your hand goes into this gauntlet, you are immediately attuned to this item that snaps around your wrist.
That's not a good sign.
You're holding, but as you pull it out, the blade comes out with butter ease. There's a rusted blade, and the rust begins to fall off. And you can feel the weight of its age. Give me a. You're proficient in martial weapons. Are you proficient in the investigation skill?
No.
So you can add in proficiency to the investigation skill.
Ooh,
Yay.
I am. I'll add it. Do I feel okay once holding this thing? And do I know I'm immediately in tune?
Mhm.
What So do I know what it does?
What's the investigation check?
Oh, I need to roll investigation. Oh, I thought I permanently got a proficiency in investigation. Okay, so I'm just gonna roll investigation.
No, that's you get it because you're proficient in martial weapons.
5. Try.
Remember to
Okay.
minus 2 from that because of your exhaustion.
Exhaustion.
Then it's 3.
3.
Do you get
You
your
pull the
plus
blade out,
4
and
from
the
your
blade
aura?
is a short sword in design, but the blade isn't fully completed. It's like snapped in half. It's at a sharp, jagged angle. It's larger than a dagger, but shorter than what a short sword would be.
Hey, Rose, what do you make of this?
I can. I'll. This is stupid, but I'm gonna use a spell slot to do it. I'm not gonna sit here for 10 minutes. No, I can't do a ritual while I'm walking. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Identify. Oh wait, shit! I don't have it prepared, so I have to do it as a ritual. Okay. Well, I'd
Sit
ask
your ass
everyone if they're
down.
okay waiting for 10 minutes while I do this.
Sure.
Short
Yeah.
rest.
I suppose it's attached to K. It's
It's
probably
attached
a
to his
good
arm?
idea to figure out, like, yeah,
Can I
let's
drop
figure
the
out what the
gauntlet?
fuck is happening.
Am I able to like put down the sword and take off the gauntlet, or like am I stuck holding this thing forever? Oh,
Stuck holding it right now. You're stuck holding it right now.
During that,
Okay.
during that
I
10
cast
minutes,
Identify.
during that 10 minutes of Identify, just gonna go to Cassian like, I bet you 5 gold tries to kill him.
You don't have 5 gold to
Hey,
spend.
who's that talking right now? Oh my god!
You're
Gosh, my groove.
trying to fix that.
Nah.
Fortunately, I agree.
Okay.
So we'd be betting on the same thing.
Rose,
Hmm.
the second identify finishes, you hear a voice, as well as you do, Kay. Ah, battle. I wish to engage in honorable combat. This is the Flameborn Talon. It is a powerful weapon forged by an ancient warrior smith who sought to wield both blade and fist in perfect harmony. The weapon is imbued with the spirit of the warrior smith, and it is bound to the flames of the Firelands, pulsing with heat that never fades. The Flameborn Talons can shift between 2 forms: short sword and gauntlets. In the short sword, it deals 1d6 slashing and 1d6 fire damage. As a bonus action, you can activate this trick weapon, turning it into its gauntlet form, grabbing the blade and pulling it, wrapping the metal around your fists. It is a pair of blackened sealed gauntlets adorned with glowing runes and clawed fingers. They count as magical unarmed strikes. You can use your strength or dexterity if you are proficient in this weapon, dealing 1d8 bludgeoning and 1d6 fire damage. Has a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls.
Seems pretty up your alley.
I'm waiting for that word.
I'm waiting.
Once per long rest. When it's in its short sword form, you can unleash a wave of searing heat. A single target within 10 feet of you must succeed on a DC 16 dex save, or take 3d8 fire damage and be set ablaze, taking 1d6 fire damage at the start of its turns. For 1 minute, the flames can be extinguished with an action. And its gauntlets. When you hit with both gauntlets in the same turn, the target must succeed on a DC 16 strength saving throw or be knocked prone by the force of the impact.
So either damage and fire, or I knock you prone.
Once per long rest, so 1 charge that you can use with the short sword, and then with the gauntlets, if you hit both attacks, you force them to make a strength saving throw.
And
The
I'm
last
guessing
thing, this weapon is imbued with the spirit of the warrior smith. It has its stats. It is a neutral good spirit who has bound its soul into this blade. It seeks honorable battle. And if the wielder does not fulfill this hunger, then the blade ceases to have its +2 bonus.
Okay. Is that it?
That's it.
Question about the gauntlet form. I'm guessing I can't have shield out and gauntlets out. Is either
It's
I go gauntlets.
Yep. You
Face the cuffs or
grab the
nothing.
blade, rip the blade out, and that metal melds around your fist to turn into 2 gauntlets.
When you say that, Kay's gonna try.
And it works. With a clack, you pull the blade out, the embers scorch as you looks like you're pulling a whip of fire out that hardens almost immediately around your hand.
And is the gauntlets considered a light weapon? Can I go pa pa pa?
It is a finesse weapon, not a light weapon.
Got it.
In its gauntlet form. A short sword is a short sword. In its gauntlet form, it is just a finesse weapon.
And I'll just. I guess like is it like can I sheath the sword somewhere? Like does the sword let go or does it like has to stay
Once you have the
fixed?
gauntlets, you pull the blade out. You have to put the sword back, but you still can't remove it from your hand currently.
Got it. So I at least have to keep it in gauntlet form if I want to use it on my hands.
For now.
Okay. Well, let us enjoy many combats together. This should be fun.
Well, I guess you can give your shield to Gwenda.
I think I'll still use the short sword for a while, and then to see how the situation goes.
Will you? And now you all hear this voice boom from the blade. Fight with me.
Let's keep walking.
I'd be honored.
The honor is mine. And then the clasp around your wrist loosens slightly.
So when I sheath this, is it like a sword with a gauntlet still attached to it? And I gotta. You know what? I like that actually. That's really cool.
Just a basket hilt short sword.
Yeah, that's all it is.
No regrets.
Okay.
Also, please let me know when you add
Say
this to my
that
sheet so I
now.
can take a look at it.
It's a sentient weapon. You say that now.
You all continue on,
I'll be a
unperturbed
friend.
so far. Is there anything anyone wants to do in these days of travel?
It is funny that the last like 2 months we're like magic items. We step into the Firelands for 5 minutes and it's hey guys, bang.
Night Karina rolled for it, man.
Yeah. Karina, you are allowed to roll.
You're allowed to keep rolling.
If you want Kay's shield, I'm free to give it to you. I'll just go gauntlets for a while.
No,
Figure that
I
out
want
of
the
game.
sloppy leftovers. Thank you.
Don't call my shit
Okay.
sloppy.
Anyways, anything you guys want to do in these days of travel?
I think I want to
It's
like
nice.
get to. I think I want to get to know this spirit. It's like if we're gonna fight together, I would like to know who my companion is, and I'll ask
I'm
him
gonna
about
get-
like.
Continue. Yeah, I was interrupting.
Much of my past is shrouded. I seek combat.
There is many I see combat with, so you will get your time in the light. I noticed there is. It looks like you're damaged over here. Are you missing some of yourself?
Perhaps, and perhaps not. I believe this is the form I was meant to take.
Keep an eye out, nonetheless. And other than that, I will share my what if he offers any of his past. I will share some of my own in return. I want to like get on.
It doesn't know it's past. It doesn't know it's past.
Let me know if I ever have the two long rests to get rid of exhaustion.
For sure.
And
Anything else from anyone?
Am I able to get rid of the poison only on hands? Just checking.
Yes. Yes.
Great.
If there's nothing else, I need someone to do our final roll for the night. Someone roll a d10.
Ryan, redeem yourself.
Redeem myself.
But he's
I've been
banned.
I've been doing great.
Redemption,
No, I'm not.
redemption. Okay, I take it back.
You can roll it.
No.
You
Hey,
can roll
that
it.
could be
I
good.
already got my booty for today.
Here's the thing. One could be good. It could be spawning one enemy.
Look at AJ's face.
This is my fault. This is my fault. This is my fault.
Yeah.
This is my fault.
Really, we should be blaming Volt.
AJ was mouth open
Can't
for a
believe
second
that.
looking at the sheet.
Aimless kick. Aimless kick.
I have a nameless king. It's worse than that.
Oh,
It's worse than that?
That's a statement.
It's worse than that?
no.
Yeah. I'm not gonna fight the nameless king in the Firelands. Fuck that.
You'll be in the mountains with the giants.
We will fight the mighty warrior known as only as Kevin.
It's Chalk. He's back.
You guys are traveling forward, and you see a sight that stops you in your tracks. A massive creature, dead, slain. Maybe 100, 200 feet long. This worm. This sand-colored worm. Long and slender. One gaping eye that's bleeding. Dried blood. The mouth is open. The mandibles covered and caked in blood. And its body is ripped asunder, still in its form, but chunks of it have been taken out. This creature dominates this land space in front of you. Whatever slayed this creature dominated it. Brought a creature of this size to its knees and killed it like an animal.
How long has it been since Gauntlet?
You take your long rest.
How many? Because I need to know for exhaustion.
You can take your long rest. Good. I'm joking.
Does he have
It affects how many exhaustion I get rid of.
Yes, it's been days.
Okay, that's all I need to know. Sorry if I'm being annoying.
As I was saying. No, I'm kidding. Joke. You see this massive sandworm crushed. And then a roar shakes the landscape. You hear the gelatinous movement of flesh and blood of the dead creature ripping it from inside. And then one claw extends, pulling itself out. It squeezes through until you see a wing. Its body is made of magma stone, lava flowing in between its slits that are its scales. I will take us so you can see this.
Uh-oh.
And find this fucking token.
Way to fucking go, Vault.
I wasn't trying.
Yeah.
No,
No,
it was you.
I
you
think,
you claimed ownership of that one.
Mm-hmm.
It was Jared.
I'll take an assist.
I'm thinking
This goes.
TBK kills because of Ryan assist. Volt.
Yeah, I'm getting 50 points. That's elite ball knowledge.
You see this massive creature the size of a house pull its way through. Horns, flames coming from its neck as if it was a mane, and two large wings that extend from its back. As you see, the magma worm with a
What
Y.
the fuck?
Oh,
God
damn it.
This
Why?
creature
Damn it,
reaches
guys.
from its meal, slamming into the ground. Its head turning towards you all, snarling as flames lick from the side of its mouth. And it takes a
This
step
map is so
forward
cool.
and another step forward. And with a large growl, its wings unfurl, and it launches into a run towards you. And that's where we're going to end session tonight. And pick back up in a fucking month, rolling initiative against the magma worm.
Is this even a